Hi, I'm Deborah Manfre, and you tuned in to Financially Fit. On my show, we talk all things mindset, finance, and fitness. And the best part, I get to do it with the people I love. You're watching Financially Fit. Welcome to another episode of Financially Fit. I'm your host, Deborah Manfre, and today I have three important guests that I'm very excited to introduce them. On my right side, I have my husband, Paul Manfre, and the other side, I have a power couple that I'm very close to it. They were the first people that I met. As soon as I moved to New York, I met them at the gym, and right away we became close friends. We work in the same industry. So welcome, Joe and Emily.
Yeah.
Thank you. Really
So
happy
excited.
to be here.
I know. It's been a long time coming. We have crossed many paths
Yes.
in the gym, and then first starting this industry with, you were at MC Mortgage?
Yes, MCS.
MCS, I'm sorry.
Yes. We got in the business at the same time, but we met at the gym.
Yeah.
Synergy.
Yes, Synergy
Fitness.
Gym.
Oh,
How long
boy.
ago was that? Like 9 years? 10?
Wow.
10 years.
Well, 2011
7,
we moved
8,
here.
9 years ago because
I'm 32 now, so
Oh.
I was 19, I think. So
that's
Well, I was
12 years ago.
I was on and off there. 19 to 21, I bounced around there and then export. So it might have been 21,
Yes.
but
I remember, and then we lost contact, and then all of a sudden we were all working in the same industry, which was
Yeah.
like,
Yes.
I remember actually, and we talk a good amount, but I never said this. I remember you were going back to nursing school.
Yes, I was.
I believe in New Jersey.
yes. And then I decided to get into the real estate, and it was just like right after you got that in the business before me.
Yes. So funny story actually is the way that we got into the whole mortgage
three of us.
business. The three of us. I mean, we worked at the same company.
Yes.
Not
in
going to say
Massapequa.
the name of the company, but it was a reverse mortgage company. That's actually how I started out in the business.
And me too.
Yeah.
I was
Through the same gym.
at same gym, same company. We had no idea because you came in after I left.
Yes.
I had no idea.
Oh,
So-
she was the Emily that you took her
Yes.
place. Oh, I didn't
I
even know
took
that.
your spot.
Yes, Deborah took my spot at the reverse mortgage company in Massapequa.
Yeah.
I was there.
How did you find that job?
You. You.
Craigslist.
Craigslist. Found that job on Craigslist, but that was the best thing that ever happened to me.
Isn't that interesting?
That was the best thing that ever happened to me. I was in a very confused spot. I went to Nassau Community College for 2 years after I went through a whole ton of stuff personally in my life. I was lost. But he found me that job on Craigslist.
Yeah, because you couldn't keep one job. I was like, I like that's it. No more beach bum. No more nothing. Like, I need to find something that you were around the block. I could watch you.
Yes.
Hey, I was 19 years old. I was trying to find my way.
Yeah, and that's okay.
So when did you guys start dating?
10 years ago.
Wow.
10 years ago, we started dating. How did we meet?
We met going to a concert. We were going to an EDM concert. You know those dance parties?
We did.
Yeah.
So wasn't something that we planned. I wasn't looking
No.
for anybody. I got out of a
Those are usually the best way.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got out of a 5-year high school relationship. I was just having fun.
Yeah.
Saw Joe, and that was it. That was it.
Listen, well, I mean, she's a brunette now, but before she was a blonde, and I'm not gonna lie, I was always dark hair, dark skin kind of man, but she came along, and you know, you always want different, right?
I say the same thing. Exactly the same way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because she was more blonde when I first met her.
Oh.
But that wasn't like my thing growing up.
Yeah.
I was the same exact way.
Same,
And
yeah.
then I met her. I was like, wow, she's so pretty. And we started going out when I saw her. And it's so funny you say that.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, I feel like you always want different, but yeah, you shiny thing comes along, you're like, try this out.
So who he invited you out on a date, or how did that go?
Well, so I was actually invited to that concert by one of his friends. So his friend asked me out to the concert, and there was a whole group of us that was going to the concert like 2 nights before, went out, the Library Cafe in Farmingdale. So I went, and Joe actually happened to be at the Library Cafe.
I happened to be there.
And that's where we met.
Yeah.
That's where we made a connection. We exchanged phone numbers.
Right there?
Right then and there, we exchanged phone numbers, and then we were texting for those 2 days. I knew he was going to be at the concert.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit awkward of a situation.
I had
because
no game.
You didn't need a game. You didn't
No
need any
game.
game. I felt an instant connection, and that was it. So at the concert, wasn't really giving his friend any time of day,
No.
and that was it. And then the
I
day
just looked at you and that was it. That was all I needed.
that was it.
All this time, and when did you guys start dating? Right, like how long after you guys met at the concert?
Instantly.
She moved in, right?
I
away.
know. I moved into his house within 2 to 3 days.
I
Yeah.
love that because
You beat us.
2 to 3 days, and it's funny because we joke and we say, you know, I nested.
Yeah, that's what my dad would call it. He
Well,
would
his
call
dad would call it nesting because
I don't know what that means, but
nesting.
that was his name. It's when a girl just burrows herself in the
She
home.
was starting her 7-year plan.
yes. So that's what happened. And during this 10 years, we've only broken up once, and it only
I'm gonna
lasted a
move
week.
This tree a little bit. Sorry guys watching, but
What are you
it's in the
doing?
way.
the tree is on his face.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Okay. All right, we're good now.
Oh my goodness.
Resume.
All right. So where were we? So how did you guys meet?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a funny story.
Because
The bar?
I have no idea. I mean,
We met at the bar.
She was working one night. You know, kind of one of those things. She was working. I saw her. Just, you know, do you think your boss is going to mind if we talk after work? Can you come have a drink? So we did, and, you know, got her number afterwards, walked her out to the car. I told her I was going to call her in the morning to go out to breakfast, and I never did.
And he blew me off.
I blew her off.
That's
You know,
actually funny.
I felt like I can't. I was like, I
Because-
can't.
yeah.
You know, seem so like.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
gotta
you're
play
like-
the game. You know, I gotta
it's
play the
always
game.
the
a little
game in
bit.
the beginning.
So, long story short, I think we texted and talked on the phone for like a month, and then we finally went out. So it was like end of January, beginning of February we met, and then we went on our first date March 5th, and then after that I was at the house like every
Just like
day
her,
after work.
every day, and
every weekend I was there, and then finally I was like, I left a few clothes there. You know, like,
Then.
and then finally I think in the first week of May she moved in with me.
oh,
So it was like 2 months later. she
And we
moved
got
in.
married
We got
within
ma-
6 months.
But we beat you on the marriage part.
Oh yes.
So how long has your journey been of dating to now? You guys are engaged now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank
yeah.
you.
So
Yeah.
what was
So-
your, you know, leading up to this? How long was that?
Go ahead.
What was it? 8 years?
We got engaged after 8 years. It took this
8
man
years.
8 years.
Oh man, I am so stubborn.
Now, what is your what was the thing that made you hold out so long? I mean, some people,
yeah.
if you say you knew right away, she was the woman I knew instantly. What took the 8 years?
Well, I want to say that I am a person, for example, in my life, let's just say a car for an example. I needed to have a different car every like 6 months. So, you know, you're young, right? So you're like, oh man, you just never know. Like, what if this is not the one?
I get it.
But as you get older, you realize the grass is not greener.
Well, for me,
right?
I met her when I was, what, 28?
26.
26.
No, 20,
Oh,
yeah. 25, 20. I was
26? I think 26.
Yeah.
And I understand what you're saying, you know, because
Yeah.
I had a girlfriend for 6 years before I met her.
Oh.
I never got married.
Yeah.
But in my head, I was like, I'm never going to get married. I'm never going to have kids. I meet her, I'm married 6 months, a year, 2.5 later, I have a kid.
Yeah.
Totally opposite of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So I understand how you feel.
Definitely.
You know, your thought, plus you're in your early 20s.
Yeah.
young.
So, you know, you're not sure where you want to go
Yeah,
in
no,
life,
I was
you know?
like, I was in we were in the same line of work, and we were also building this business together. So
Yeah.
this business, and you've been through it with Deborah, I'm sure, and she probably came home nights, probably wanted to quit. How many? I don't know. For us, we wanted to quit so many
See,
times.
we're different.
Yeah.
I have my own. She has hers. How is it with you guys
Yeah.
working together?
Well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So
That's the thing.
Like
that's
work
the
and
thing.
relationship. It's like you guys have no separate
There's no separation.
space. Like how is that?
Oh,
I want to
yeah.
know. Like because for me, see now, I don't mind. We have different businesses, but like
Yeah.
we feed off each other looking from the outside. So we
Yeah.
give criticism to each other's business from the outside.
Yeah.
So like for my business, I'm in the food industry. I have a certain way how I think, how I want to build my business, but I'm like, okay, you are almost like a customer
Yeah.
because you don't know the business. So to me, I look at you as a customer when you give me criticism.
Yeah.
So that's what I have to really think about because that's.
But you
where-
both are in the same business.
But
so-
now you're in the same business. How is
Yeah.
it to do both, live together?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people who
Quit.
aren't in the business, a business together. Like, I don't know how you do it. Like,
Yeah.
I
A
would
lot of-
never be able to
I
do
don't
it.
know. I don't know if I could have worked with him. Like
Yeah.
for real, we I just don't know if we could have worked together.
Yeah.
We're great partners in the marriage, but I don't know working to like doing everything because this business is very time consuming.
Yeah.
From how do you do it? I know you guys are a great team, but how do you manage that? Not killing each other.
Who wants to go first?
You go first.
People need to know the steps. You know, that's the thing.
Yeah.
People need to know how
You go first.
to make
Definitely.
it work.
I mean, trial and error. It was hard in the beginning for sure. Because at first, so now we work as a team together, but before
Seamlessly.
it was separate. Like she goes and get her business, I go and get my business, competition, all that, and then this business is just hard in general. I mean, I'm sure with food industry, like you have to get your own customers as well and build a brand and all that. Same thing with us, except when you're 20 something years old and you're a shy guy like me. I didn't want to talk to anybody. So
Yeah.
And he
But-
got to be the face of the business.
He did. He was the face of the business for a very long time. And that was actually hard for me because the way we actually got into this business was really because of me.
yeah.
So I did struggle with that for a long period of time. I kind of felt like his shadow. And I'm like, wait a second. I'm the reason he's in this business, and now he's the face of this business. This is a little different for me, but I'm just going to go with it because I know in time it's going to be something bigger and better. We're going to be a team, and that's what's happened.
Yeah.
So yeah.
No, I think the biggest thing while we were younger in this business, I want to talk a little bit about like family, because family, the way our family, well, I want to say her family viewed us more as like we were working so many hours, and they're like, you have like.
No,
you guys
right.
don't have anything to show for it right now.
Oh, that
Because we were
too.
living in a small apartment.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
were living with
Yeah.
your grandmother, right?
We were
Emily's-
living with my grandmother. I mean, we lived with his dad. We lived at his mom's house. We lived at my mom's house for
House
a period of
hacks.
time. we house hacked every family member.
Yeah.
Could we have had our own apartment? Yes.
Yeah, we saved.
But
You guys were saving
we
too.
wanted to save so we could have our forever home
That's-
one day.
Yeah.
I can relate to that because that's what we did. It's rough in the beginning, but once you reach that step, you buy your own home together. I feel like us, like we did the same thing. We purchased our home together as young couple. It's so fulfilling.
How long ago did you
So
guys buy your
rewarding.
home?
We bought in 2011, August.
Yeah, so it was like 11 years, a little over, almost
Long
12 years.
time. Yeah, so that was
Was it-
before we met.
Prices weren't bad back then, right? I don't know.
It was right after the first financial collapse.
Yeah.
But we still,
We
paid a little bit more for the house because of the situation I was in, because
Yeah.
of like work and everything. But I look at it in the long run. It's still
It was a great
still a good investment.
Yeah.
It still paid
Absolutely.
off for the business I was in and the way we got the deal.
I want to come in the pool.
It's
When we moved,
getting ready soon. It's gonna be open
yes,
soon.
well, we're gonna have a nice party over the summer.
Yeah.
So we can invite some people. When we moved in the property, like we're like we're mid-20s, like I was like 27, 28.
Yeah.
And moving to Massapequa, they were Massapequa. They're very cliché. Like,
Well, yeah.
Oh,
did you-
yes.
yes.
Where did you
I
grow
was
up?
looks like
I grew up in Jersey too.
Jersey.
I'm
What?
from New Jersey.
So what made Massapequa? Work with Massapequa?
Work.
So the first store that I bought out here in Long Island, I was from New Jersey. We had a store there, and then I knew a guy from Long Island. So I called him and said, look, it's not working out here. I'm looking to get something else. And long story short, he goes, I got something for you. And it was like he was looking to maybe get out of the business.
Yeah.
So I got his store, but I wound up buying his house too.
That's so funny.
I
So
was
it-
pregnant.
Double whammy.
But
I
like-
was pregnant and he had no job. He
It
was
all worked
unemployed.
out good.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
But it worked out the best.
Yeah.
There we go.
You know?
No, I mean Massapequa was great. Atlanta,
no.
I mean,
Joe and I both went to school in Massapequa, grew up in Massapequa, and we thought we'd always stay in Massapequa.
Yeah. Well, it's different. You guys didn't grow up there, right? So when you
But where's your house that you guys bought together?
Oakdale in Suffolk County. So for me, we moved out of Massapequa, not because we didn't love Massapequa. For me, when you drive down the same roads, you go to the same food places, you do the same thing, same routes to work every single day, it becomes redundant, I feel like. And me, like I said, I change my car every 6 months.
Yeah.
So like,
So he needed to change something else.
you need a little change. But yeah, I mean,
So what was the most challenging, like, working together? Did you guys have to overcome, like, something that was just like, we can't work together, or something?
So I'm gonna think back because our challenges were 5-6 years ago now,
Yeah.
right? So one big challenge was before COVID, we were still working in an office, and for me, I'm not a morning person, to be honest with you. I
it's
am not
tough
a morning
getting her
person.
out of bed in
Even
the morning.
still, we go to the gym almost every morning. He goes every morning. I go almost every morning, but it doesn't matter.
Same thing in my house.
Before I have my coffee, it doesn't matter. I could love you so much, but I will be the biggest bitch in the morning. I might say some things to you.
I'm like, just bring it on. Just say whatever you gotta
don't
say
wanna
right
hear.
now.
But besides that, we're girls. We have to get ready in the morning. We have to do our hair. We have to do our makeup.
Oh, look at his face. He's so agreeing with it.
I'm a morning person.
Yeah, me too.
I wake up at like 4:15 every morning.
Yeah,
I
don't wake
can't
up
work
that
out in the
early.
morning though. I have to work out in the afternoon. I need
Yeah.
to eat all day, whatever. But I'm a morning person.
Yeah.
And
me
her is every day. I'm setting my alarm clock to wake up early, and I'm like, I'm leaving for work. I'm waiting for the alarm clock to go off. I'm like, and she called me. She goes, I just woke up like right before he's had to go to school.
No, I think like
She's getting
that.
better, but
yeah.
Yes.
when we first moved out here,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe 9 o'clock.
Yes.
She
Yeah.
didn't get up till 9.
Wow.
Yeah. She,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
years
see
ago.
the
She has totally
Instagram story now.
changed, like-
The juice is in the morning now.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. I remember she was never a morning person.
I was
ever.
never a morning person. Now I am. I'm getting better and better because I'm telling myself
Yeah.
I like to wake up early. You should
Yeah.
try
It's
that.
practice.
Yeah.
I feel so much better when I wake up early.
yeah.
Because I'm going to be honest, when I don't get up for the gym and I don't go, I'm complaining for the rest of the day that I
I feel like
didn't.
it's like a waste of the day.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like you get up at 9. I look at people like,
What made you? When did you start working out, Joe?
I didn't start working out really.
Before you met
Until-
Emily or after you met her?
Before, probably like a year before, like serious. I mean, I've always played sports my whole life. I played football in high school. I played lacrosse. I got a lacrosse scholarship to go to New York Tech, and I was known they called me Joey Meats.
Why is that?
Because I worked out in college, so that was kind of my nickname. And then like after college, it just made me feel good. Like that was, some people listen to music. Like that's my meditation. Like I know you meditate in the morning. Literally, working out is my meditation.
it
I know.
calms you.
Yeah.
It is a calming thing, you go there by yourself.
Absolutely.
You're away from work, away from people,
Yeah. Other
Yeah.
than looking good, good, it's more
And feeling
more
great
feel,
about
yeah.
your body.
It's
you
a
know?
your
confidence
mind.
builder,
Yeah.
in all aspects. It can transform people, sets
Yeah.
you a lifestyle, sets a lot of things in perspective for people.
Your mindset
Yeah.
too.
Mindset's
You're so
huge.
much stronger because no pain, no gains.
No, 100%, and it's mental. I think what you guys kind of know, I did bodybuilding for a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was
so,
gonna say.
I don't know why. I guess you guys go to Bev's, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so Bev's pretty much got me into bodybuilding because when you start working out, you know, like I don't know if you know Ronnie Coleman, but like
I used to follow him growing up.
Yeah.
When I was 19, I had all the Flex magazine, Muscle Fitness when they were big. You know, before you had social media on your phone, that's what you bought. You spent the $6 on those magazines to see what to do, who to
so that
look
was
at.
it. Yeah, I just always wanted to be a muscle freak, even though I don't want to be that today. But as I was growing up, I'm like, I just wanted to be. I just saw those guys. I'm like, I just want to be as big as them. That was like my goal. So.
And I remember when I met you, you were so big.
Yeah.
He was very big. You're probably about 20 pounds lighter than you were then.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
we're
getting old, man.
I have him on a diet.
When you competed, how old were you?
I was 20, probably 22 to 26.
Looking
I did
at me.
it for 3 years. I know.
That's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you
3 years.
compete, the stuff you have to do is very, people don't understand, the dieting, the strict, sometimes, back then, I remember guys used to work out twice a day. You work out in the morning, go home, you eat, sleep, work out again. That's very commendable for somebody at your age to be able to focus and set those goals.
It requires a lot of discipline.
That's probably why you guys are so successful now, because you can
You
set
built
those
that
goals and you
muscle.
use the same thing
both
for
did
now.
it.
So get this. Not only did he do it, we were working together, prepping, doing bodybuilding together.
Oh, wow.
We were doing all of that together. So
When we first started this industry, we were bodybuilding
hold on.
plus working in this industry.
How did you guys stay together doing all that together? Like,
So the thing is, you ask us, how do we work together? We've always done literally
Everything
together since we've been together. And did that become an issue a little bit for me at one point in time? Yes, because I felt like I need to find my own identity a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But I found my identity in other ways. And here we are today. But yeah, I mean,
No, I think as we did things separate, like work we did separate, but when we finally learned how to be a team, we weren't a team in the beginning.
right.
It was separate, trying to figure it out and we argued. Yeah, we
had
argued a lot.
fights.
I was like,
yeah.
because this business is hard, as is anything in business you get in the beginning.
And
but-
relationship is not easy either.
Yeah.
Whoever thinks that it's easy, it's every day work.
You guys have two stresses together. You have the stress of work together and the stress of just being together as a couple.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, me, my stress for work, I can leave it.
Yeah.
And I can come home with a smile and not have a stress with my wife. You guys,
Yes.
that's real.
That was the gym was for. I would go to the gym
Yeah.
by
But
then you
myself.
were together
I'm
too.
I'm out here.
Yeah, when we go to the gym, we didn't work out together sometimes, but for most
Sometimes,
of the time, we
Those
would go to
workouts
the
were
gym
hard.
and go our separate ways, and that was our release, right? But
I think we're both just like those people that depend on one another.
depend on one
like,
another.
highly.
Yeah.
And
And that's beautiful that you guys can realize that and
Yeah.
grow as a team together, because it can either make it, like has happened to you guys, or
Yeah.
it can break you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can break the relationship. And it's because I think that for knowing you guys from the beginning, meeting Joe and you guys are like early 20s together and seeing how much you guys evolved together, it's so beautiful to watch, because
Yeah.
you guys are still very young compared to us. We're still young.
you're very young.
I know, but I'm just saying you guys are early 30s, so we are late 30s. I mean, he on the 40s. So
40s is the new 30. I'm sorry.
it is.
so it's just beautiful to see how much you guys evolved, like working together, how much respect, at least from the outside. I know every relationship, it is challenging.
Oh,
It is
yeah.
a lot of work. And today, like I said, but
What would you say is the biggest key for you guys to keep yourselves,
like to separate, at least
like to
work.
keep yourselves together so long with everything that you guys do together? What would you
Yeah.
say to
Ooh.
people would be the best thing?
The best thing.
best
Communication.
Like best advice?
Communication it is everything.
Communication, and every once in a while, just like just sitting down and talking and saying, okay, what do we need to fix? Like, what's going wrong? Okay, let's
Yes.
reassess what is important that we need to work on, and go from there.
Set
But-
your goals together, so you
Yeah.
guys aren't working apart but working together. All those things all
Yeah,
help
like-
out coming to the table sometimes.
We don't
I
have
feel.
kids yet, obviously.
We do not.
This is
Looking
Any
for-
any plans?
yeah. Huh.
Yes.
Well, that's what I want to bring up because like
Working on it, right?
Working
yeah.
on it.
I thought she was
After
gonna
the
say.
wedding.
I
After
was
the
worried
wedding.
because she wants to have kids like right away, and so do I. I want to have kids, but like I am a like big planner, so like
That was him,
I'm a big
and
planner.
Enzo came
Yeah.
surprise, and like I said, when I got pregnant, he wasn't employed, he had no job. We had no idea how we're gonna pay our bills, and we're here.
Yeah. So the thing is,
But if it came as like a surprise, great.
Yeah.
But if it's a planned thing, like we're getting married September 1st.
yes.
Yeah.
She wanted to have kids like maybe within a year, and I was like, can we wait?
Maybe like
two?
one more year.
Just because we
And
just
I'm
bought the
like-
house, we just got it renovated. Now we're paying for a wedding on our own. We don't have
It's a
any
lot.
help.
It's a lot.
So like financially, I'm like, hey, well, I think 2 years maybe I could retire you if you wait. If it's one, I probably won't be able to retire you, and then
And you know what? He has a good point, Emily.
No, he
It is so
does.
important. I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity, like that he was able once I had my son to support for me to stay home with the kids
Yeah.
because it's so important. You're not gonna want to leave the baby.
yeah.
No. And he made a very good point because one of the biggest reasons people get divorced or have arguments is financial problems.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not that we would be in that situation, but like he said, we've been saving for all these years. We did the house, we gutted the house, we renovated the whole house. We're paying for the whole wedding. So when the baby comes, I want to be able to be with the baby and not have to work as hard as I'm working right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
That just goes back to planning. I'm finicky.
So if
Yeah.
you like, and I just want to leave for any older or young couple like you're both have been together, like, because we've been together for 15 years. You guys like 10 years.
Yeah.
What would it be? You said like communication is the key to keep like, or just.
Yeah.
I want to ask Joe, like, what would you say is the knowing? Because I remember you calling me, I'm going to propose to Emily. When you told me I'm getting Emily a ring, I'm like, and you? He's like, yes.
Yeah.
So what would you say? Like, what is that knowing? Like, it's hard. Like,
No, it's hard.
no, it's hard. Like,
No,
like
it's
she's
me.
the one.
Oh.
Know that it's me.
Well,
I put him in
When-
the corner, Emily.
He doesn't like
Yeah.
to be put on the spot.
it's not just. I mean, it's not just one thing. But if I had to say, it's when you know someone like really gets you. Like you don't even have to speak. Like I don't even have to speak right now, and she knows how I feel.
Yes.
Like she through and through, and nobody else gets me. Like she gets me. So when I realized that, that was kind of it for
That's
me.
beautiful.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we'll wait for the baby.
Wait for the wedding.
Yes, excited. And thank you so much for being here. I'm
You're
so grateful
welcome.
that I had two of my good friends here, and just
Yes.
anyone can relate to this information. Relationship is a lot of work.
Yeah.
But you can try, you can do really well. And even though I don't work with my husband, just seeing Emily and Joe working together, it's amazing. And just hearing you guys saying how you guys both become a team.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you so much. We are very happy to be here.
Yeah.
Thank you, honey.
No problem.
Yeah, one more time. I thought it would be fun to just bring him in and add, because I fear he would pick Joe's side, or he would
Absolutely.
he would relate to you a lot, where I can definitely understand Emily.
Yes.
A little too much. No.
I agree.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Great job,
Welcome.
guys.